Welcome to a very special edition of Compas on the Beat. This is a branch of Compas on the Beat. Why? Because we're gonna be talking love. This is not Compas After Dark, so be careful with that. This is Compas on the Beat reviewing Love Is Blind. Why are we doing this? Because we're talking about it in the group chat, so we thought, hey, why not do it anyway? Get a special episode out there reviewing episodes 1 through 8. With me, as always, is my co-host, my tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano. Gilbert, what an interesting journey we have now entered. We've entered the realm of love.
Yes, Fernando. I don't get excited for a lot of things, but I do get excited for Love Is Blind. Season 4, we're finally doing it. I've been putting in your ear, Fernando. Hey, we got to do recap shows. Love Is Blind. We're just talking about it in the group text. We're talking about it during the Compas on the Beat episodes that we got to get, down to the nitty gritty. That's how excited I am. Gritty of season 4 of Love Is Blind. And I already watched all 3, and I'm excited for 4.
You know what the crazy part is that I feel like at first they kind of threw the first season out kind of like as a filler. They saw the pandemic happen, so like their reviews go up, and the next ones they've literally been just churning out season 2, 3, and 4 really quick, and I think they already got started on season 5. So they're trying to throw it out there quick because they know that people love it. People love the disaster that happens in this, and obviously, we everybody's trying to see, is love really blind? But obviously, we couldn't do this by ourselves. We gotta throw in some other people who have watched it. Now, this is the funniest part. At first, it was just Gilbert, Dan, and I watching this. I think he didn't want to feel left out, so Vic's like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna binge it. So let's bring in Vic now. There's a casual watch or the. Let me
casual
how you doing, Vic?
I'm doing good. I've been drinking just to get through this show, guys.
Another guy that I'm sure has been drinking.
You there?
Did we lose him there?
Damn. Dan just checked out. He just froze. Looks like a Zoom background right now.
Yeah, it's just a picture.
Oh, that was actually pretty good.
Wait, what? I was confused.
There's a reason why this is a guilty pleasure, and here you all have blasting me for watching this now, so it's out there.
Come on, Dan. You know you're drinking out of gold cups now because you're so excited for season 4.
Oh my god!
By the way, that's a mantra now, huh? Because everywhere that they go, I always see them carrying the gold. I'm like,
no, it's not even gold anymore. It's silver. They got dropped down a tier now. They're silver.
No, I think silver. No, you know what? Silver is for like the spin-off show, like Perfect Match or something.
Bro, I'm pretty sure these fools had it also. I mean, it's almost like we were peak season 1, and then it's just brain dead, and then it just keeps going lower because all they're doing is going for the cloud now.
Season 3 was fine with the Bosa brother. The Bosa.
You mean the one who was cracked out allegedly?
Shane was interesting. But obviously, like we said, Dan's been watching it. Vic, we're gonna get in a little bit. We're gonna get your thought as a casual watcher. But now we're gonna introduce the cast. Dan and Dago, please start us off. Who are you introducing?
I wish you would have reminded me, but I think I remember. If not, I just took someone's. I'm introducing Jacqueline and Marshall.
There you go.
Which, my God, I think Jackie belongs in Arkham Asylum. So that's absolutely unbelievable. The way she has these, breakdowns and everything else, hiding in closets. Very interesting. I'm surprised. Marshall now just deserves to be in the sainthood for dealing with this, because this is absolutely insane in my mind. Like, you make a right turn and she breaks down. I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know what's going on over
here. Victor, who are you presenting?
I have Kwame and I have Chelsea. They're a very interesting couple because at first they were a good match, and for whatever reason Kwame was focused on Micah. Then next thing you know, he's after he got turned down, he's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go with Chelsea. So, and there's been a whole bunch of dynamic between those two. So it's been interesting to see their journey It's
Are
been
you
pretty.
reading from a PowerPoint? I feel like you're like just taking notes, Victor, and you're like annoyed you're here on the show and just reading out of a prompter because you're gonna just get by this episode.
No, I actually paid attention. Like I said, you need alcohol to get through this show. But as I didn't take any notes, but I did. I do have some questions. I have some notes for you guys, and so I can't wait to ask you guys about this show because
Gilbert, I've been telling you for like probably 2 seasons now. You got to make your way down here one day, or we make our way up there. But you need to watch one with Dan. Like, it is funny to watch it with him. Like,
You know what's the question I'm always asking myself?
why are you watching this?
Well, you're right. Never mind. I'm not going to go into the real question.
All right. So I got Micah and Paul. Obviously, Micah's like Vic said, she was in love with Kwame Brown, but
Kwame Brown. All right, Stephen A.
weird stuff started happening between them. That she ended up choosing somebody else. Obviously he had to go with Chelsea. Micah and Paul are cool. I mean, they're an interesting couple. That she met her family. You know what the funniest part is? Dan started comparing him. He's because of the way he looks and everything. He's like, oh, there's Ted Bundy right there. And she just introduced Paul to her parents, and the dad's like, well, at least we know he's not a serial killer. And then he's like, or could he be? And the mom's like, shut up, like, don't say that now. And that's after Dan called him Ted Bundy. So that was pretty funny. But they're an interesting couple. It feels like they kind of do really care about each other, but obviously Micah's friends are trying to be toxicas. So that'll be interesting to see the way the dynamic plays. And then obviously for some reason I got stuck with what's her name?
Scumbag of the season.
Irena?
Scumbag of the season.
Is that her name?
Scumbag of the series.
Irena, yeah. No,
Irena's a scumbag of all the shows. Who's worse? Her or the
Jessica. Jessica's
still the worst?
Well, Jessica is worse. She was way.
Who's Jessica again? I already forgot.
The one from season one, the one that tried to break up
with Mark, the one who was 10 years older than Mark. And
Irena was.
Mark would try and take a bite of his burger, and she'd be like, "Well, you know, I'm 10 years older than you." And then,
so Irena was only in it for a little bit, but she was terrible. She was
just wait, she's coming back.
She made what's his name? She made Zach sleep in a different.
Spoiler alert, by the way, everybody. There are.
Yeah, we forgot to give the warning, Fernando.
Oh yeah, there are spoilers, so be alert on that. But she ended up making him sleep on a different bed. She didn't like him. She didn't like kissing him. She called him weird looking, which I mean, the guy's basically looks like Willy Wonka if you really are looking at it. But yeah, so
he wouldn't blink.
Interesting. Yeah, exactly.
He's a defense lawyer, dude.
But yeah, she was a terrible human being, and honestly, she was trying to get at Paul actually right before she left Mexico. So definitely interesting. But Gilbert, take it away.
Yeah, a fun fact of Irena that I stumbled upon.
She was born in the Soviet Union.
Okay, I don't know about that, but she's a business owner. You know how they give like their job title under their name?
Fake. Those are fake.
She's a business owner, and get this. Her job is to plan parties. She's a people person. She's supposed to be nice to people somehow. And somebody made a joke in her bio. It says her little committee is called "Sit with Us," but she's more like you can't sit with us because she's a bully and she's mean. So
I wonder if her business has taken a hit ever since the.
That's what I'm saying. That's the wrong business to have when you don't have people skills. But okay.
So the clout backfired, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, wrong clout there. So a good observation. My couple is like kind of a last minute addition. You know, Zach and Bliss. So. As you found out from Fernando, Irena calls Zach ugly and weird. He doesn't blink. He's a lawyer, though. I think he's probably a really damn good lawyer because if you don't have emotion, you're a good lawyer. Zach went after Bliss because he messed up. He was singing to the wrong girl, but he went back and somehow it worked. So Zach and Bliss are a couple. And then we got one more for you.
Me equivoqué, my love.
Perdóname, my love.
The little guitar. And then the last one is Tiffany and Brett. They are definitely the worst couple of all time because they actually get the show Love is Blind and they found love and it's truly blind. So there you have it. They just ruined, like, why even have the show anymore when you have a couple like that? Where like it works.
You're exactly right. Why have this garbage TV
Here we are.
was only good when we were locked down, and now you get like the most toxic supposed host trying to get people to find love, and you put them in the most toxic situation with the most toxic people.
By
It's
the
like
way,
a
the
vat
best-
of
That sounds like
toxic
a TV.
crap.
By the way, Shake has still been the best character in Love Is
Shout
Blind.
out. Yeah, he was the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
That's why you're
You
watching.
heard that he
He's
was
the
like,
GOAT.
they said that he thought that all the girls were like whatever, so he'd start flirting with Nick Lachey's wife. Like,
That's
that's
hilarious.
the part of
Hey, that
That's
guy was making
hilarious.
money as a veterinarian, right?
Yeah,
He
exactly.
cares about
That's
animals.
cool.
That's good. But that is introduction, maybe a little long-winded, but we want to get the names right. Fernando, maybe next time we'll have pictures of these couples because I feel like we're not even showing any.
Oh yeah, we should have
people know.
But, yeah, go ahead.
Vic. All right, now as a casual watcher, this is the first time watching it. What have you made of the show?
Well, I mean, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what the premise was going to be, how they were going to work this out. I had a lot of questions going in as well. The first episode kind of hooks you in just with the whole pots, and you're having a conversation and you're like, okay, like, why are they focusing just on a couple of couples? Like, the guy that stood out to me was leopard print guy. Like, I'm like, bring that guy back. Like, that guy was pretty funny. But then I'm like, what happened? Why are they only choosing 5 couples? Is because these are the people that stand out, and that's how you go about it. But I thought like the whole Kwame and Micah and Chelsea thing was kind of interesting at first, but then you kind of lose it there. And then like the crying, it was just like, I know some of these people are wannabe actors who didn't make it in acting, and so now they're doing these shows, and I'm just like, okay, like, and like the only saving grace so far watching this has been the boring couple, as Gilbert calls them, Tiffany and Brett. Just seeing that that is something real and something that you can actually find on these dumb shows. But outside of that, it's pretty typical of what you were gonna. I kind of what I expected to see in here. But yeah,
You know what's interesting about that is that in season 1, I think 2 couples met on there and they got married and they're still
Yeah.
together.
Still
And then in
together, yeah.
season 2, 2 couples met there on the show too. They got married and they're still married till this day, but they just didn't show them on TV because they thought that they were boring. But
Yeah, exactly.
pretty interesting.
Hilberto
Pretty interesting
hates the
dynamic.
boring
There's always
couples.
one couple that's really boring, and they make it.
Hilberto hates the boring couples. Let me tell you why. Here's a spoiler alert. Hilberto on his free days dresses up in a black cloak and just flies around like a dementor, sucking the souls out of everybody. So
So
There you go.
so
happy
last
that-
season you thought the tall guy and the other chick were pretty boring.
The rich family.
Yeah.
with the cool kind of
That
dad.
dude, that dude jumped through so
kinda
many
dad?
hoops. The
He's kind of
huh?
cool.
Are
The
you
dad.
serious?
Yeah.
The Alexa's dad?
Yeah, he seemed chill, and then like he was giving the guy a hard time, and he was a little punk. He's kind of a punk, to be honest. But
He
whatever.
made him convert.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's funny.
All right, well, we're
Scared
focusing
him
on
anyway,
season
so-
4. We're not jumping
Wow.
back. All right,
Wild.
let's play a game. Fair or foul with Micah and Paul. So let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna start off with Dan. Dan, is it fair or foul Micah demanding Paul to change his man cave and move to Arizona?
Well, this is what we get back to, right? It's like, I don't think, you know what? It's just crazy because these people have unrealistic expectations. They talk about this lifestyle, getting married and everything else. Like, they forget marriage, number one, is a partnership. They don't like it takes compromise with the man cave and all that. I'm pretty sure it was just because, you know, she needed a room for an office and she needed an office or something like that. The Arizona thing, I mean, she's being ridiculous because I'm pretty sure she works remote, if I remember correctly, but he doesn't. And it's like, I don't understand how like mentally this thought enters these people's brains where it's like, if you work remote, you should move wherever the other person's job is. Like, that's just natural. Like, if you want to split time and go down there for a weekend or whatever, hey, it is what it is. More power to you that you own more property in a different state. But it's like, I think her trying to like demand him to like split time or do stuff like that, especially when his job's in Seattle or wherever they are, ridiculous. Man Cave one wasn't that ridiculous. If she needs an office to work remote, she needs it. It is what it is. You're getting married. Like, That's what I'm saying. These people have unrealistic expectations of what this means going forward. And then you saw, we're talking about Micah, right? Oh, you're right. You're right. I guess wrap it up. Whatever.
Vic, was it fair or foul? Micah and Paul playing footsies with Paul barefoot.
I have not seen this, so
Oh,
I'm not the right person to ask here.
All right,
but and can I just say, in
Go
terms
ahead.
of their relationship, real quick, just to give a quick thought on that, it never made sense to me. Like when they were in the pods, and then she decided, because she was so connected with Kwame. At this point, I was like, why are you all of a sudden just changing it? So I don't know if there was a change with the producers just because they wanted some drama there, but it was just really awkward there, because then I was like, why is Kwame crying over here? Like, these are we're perfect soulmates or whatever. But even when you got them in Mexico, like you can tell there was no chemistry between those two. So whatever has happened, I'm not surprised if that makes sense, guys.
Then I'm pretty sure she had to convince him to get married. I'm pretty sure she was the one like saying, well, I would pick you.
Gilbert, I'm going to give you that question then, since Vic hasn't gone there yet.
Yeah. Well, I want to answer all of them. So,
you want? Okay, my bad.
The first one, this is the one time I agree with Micah. That couch that he was sitting on, that brown one, was hideous. He got it from 1984. So get rid of that couch. But yes, don't ask him to leave and go to Arizona when he has different things to do. You got to compromise. That's what you got to do in a relationship. Yep. Dan Day does not know that about a relationship. So yeah, but he has some good responses. Sorry. And then the funny thing, I like Paul's little fiery side. He's like, I'll follow up in an email. Like, I thought that was funny. She didn't catch it, but that's going to be a no.
Wait. How would you know? The missus hasn't asked you to move anywhere.
Oh, I don't know. We'll find out soon. But I'll follow up in an email.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. By the way, that was so passive aggressive and soft. You're getting me into dangerous territory now.
That's the whole point to get you on the show.
What about the barefoot?
That thing was disgusting. The barefoot thing, Paul. Like, by the way, he's like an environmental scientist. He's a scientist. Yes. He has like a little weird vibe. So put on your shoes, bro.
Little weird vibe because he's an intellectual.
No, now you're like he's a tree hugger. That's why.
Now you're okay. Now we're getting into friendly territory. All right.
But no, you cannot do that.
No more paper straws. I can't stand it.
Can I finish my point? Jesus. You had your time. Yeah. Don't rub your nasty feet, and don't give me the close up on the feet. Freaking Love Is Blind. And then to answer your question, Victor, I want to say that Micah shot her shot, and we'll get into it later, because she was trying to take her shot at Kwame, and that's what she kind of allowed her minion Irena. Hey, go mess with Paul. I don't really care, and I'm taking my shot at Kwame. And then when Chelsea shut that thing down, she went back to Paul. So I think that's why the whole thing died out. But they're gonna bring it back. I don't want to give you a spoiler there. Well, we will eventually, but that's why we're here. But that is the reason why the whole triangle took a little break. But go ahead, Fernando.
Quentin Tarantino was directing this. That's why we got the foot close up guy.
Well, no, let me finish off with both of you then. Fair or foul, Dan. Micah's friends.
Oh my God! Don't even finish the sentence for now. Absolutely foul.
Gilbert.
Who are these people? This is what I'm talking about.
All right, you want me to go first?
You should show the clip
that's
right
what
here.
I was gonna go. Yeah, that's my bad. That's what I was gonna go with next. That's here we go. Watch this. And obviously the eyes they're the googly eyes, so don't people think, oh, what's
I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, well, yeah, neither can I.
Is the best guy ever.
This is a way better edit. Oh my God.
You're a hater.
Yeah,
I'm not a hater.
Yeah, you are.
I'm the most protective person in my gut because that's my best friend in the entire world. And I would never not be skeptical because of how I feel about her. And I've been there through so much. And I just think that I need more. I need more.
She needs more. Oh, there's Bundy.
Are you being serious?
Oh, he needs to fix her Wi-Fi.
I feel like that this wasn't meant for you.
Look at Dan and Dago. He's crying.
Like, you're meant to have the most spectacular everything. You're my
Yeah, see, right there. That is exactly the scene I was talking about how far removed from reality these people are. What does that mean? I need more. Is she in the relationship? What are we doing? Then the way she talks to her before she gives her negative thing, which number one, she's a terrible friend because I don't believe all that looking out crap. Her friend's already stressed out that in 2 weeks she has to decide whether to get married or not. This isn't helping, already piling on. Like, then the other thing is she's saying you're Micah. You deserve da-da-da-da-da. What the hell does that even mean? You're a Micah. It's it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I keep thinking Micah Parsons. And by the way, for the first 4 episodes, I thought Paul was Micah. I thought it was a girl name. I mean, that's a guy name. He looks like a Micah.
Or Micah Hyde.
Yeah,
or
Micah Hyde.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
But real quick, shout out to Paul, who I used to think was Micah, for staying. I would have left. I'm like, go get your friends and deal with them. I'm out of here. I don't need to deal with this stuff. But yeah,
you get paid per episode.
Hey, and real quick, that's true. He was standing his ground, like. He's like, I don't care about your friends, man. He's like, I don't like them.
No, but then he backpedaled, and that's
a little bit. Okay, you're right. But I did like it at
Paul
first.
Backpedaled.
What?
Drunk Paul backpedaled.
Soft.
He's low key a little, sometimes a little tough, but then he does go soft. Yeah. That sounded weird. Sorry. And then real quick, I think Dan, what you want to say? I'm gonna say this is your theory. I'm just gonna piggyback off of it. I think she's secretly in love with her, and she wants to go and
exactly.
Maybe
I didn't want to say it,
and then she's gonna Ted Bundy her or something because this is really weird, man.
A weird obsession, dude. Like this is stuff you see in movies. You deserve better. You're a Micah. Then why does everyone talk like that?
Dan, fair or foul? Micah getting mad at Irene about making a move on Paul.
Oh, this is obviously fair. I'm surprised. But like that scene was so annoying to me because they're like, oh my God, like, did you like Paul? Yeah, I like Paul. Like, I'm just like, it's like they get paid every single time they say like. There are other words in the English language than like, ladies. Please use other ones. My God, it was so nauseating to watch this. Yeah, obviously, Irina's brain dead, Micah's brain dead. It's absolutely insane that they put these people on TV. Unbelievable.
Why do I feel like me and Dan are just hogging the show? You guys don't even
care. I got
I'm gonna answer
on this conversation.
Okay, you guys actually like this one?
No,
I have notes on this one. So if you want me to go,
then I'll be quick on mine. It's definitely fair because, like I mentioned before, she was going after Kwame, and then she let her little minion take a shot at Paul. And even when they were having a little the dinner where she called her out, like Irina was like, it took her a while to figure out that she actually was being serious. Like, oh wait, you're actually mad at me? Like. That tells you right there she had a green light to make a move. Yeah. That's pretty good, actually.
Go ahead, Vic.
So bad, dude.
Oh, man. Like, you can tell right off the bat that she was making her move to make sure that she went to Mexico somehow, some way.
Exactly.
And Zach fell for it like a dumb idiot. Yeah. And once she was there, she's like, I'm already here. So, whatever happens, I don't need to kiss this dude. So, and then she saw Paul and she's like, yeah, I'm going to get mine since this one's over here trying to get back with Kwame. And that's literally what happened. Like, she was trying to make her move because she's like, I am not attracted to Zach at all. He looks like, what did he call him? A cartoon character. And then, yeah, like with like I said, with Irina, she knew what she was there for. She was there to make sure that she got to Mexico and that she got her money and she got to be able to plug her business. And like I said, I don't know what happened, like what ended up happening, like how they kicked her out, but apparently the producers figured out what she was trying to do, and they kicked her out and they brought Bliss back in. So
I can't believe it took them this long, dude.
I'm gonna answer them all. Her demanding him to change his man cave. If it was for an office for her, then I guess. But like if they get a bigger space, then let him keep his man cave. Move to Arizona. That's foul, like you guys said, just because it's like, really, dude. Like if the guy works in Seattle, obviously he needs to stay there and he can't just be going back and forth. He doesn't have a remote job. And then he's an environmentalist. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has to stay in one place. The barefoot, yeah, that was disgusting. I didn't like that at all.
Weird.
That was weird. And I have nothing against feet. It just, this whole scene was just weird.
We need so long too.
Her friends, terrible friends. They're all toxic. You can tell they are going to be 80-year-old women living with 37 cats. So, well, no, the other one, not the cuter one. The cuter one, she.
You mean the green machine?
The green machine.
The
The
green
other one,
monster.
the other one can slide into my DMs if she wants. At Real F Ramirez. Micah getting mad at Irene for making a move on Paul. Yeah, Irene, whatever her name is, she needs to go to hell. She was terrible. She was a terrible character.
Speaking of cats,
Yeah, I know you sound like that.
she was a terrible human being. So I'm against it and all that. But all right, Gilbert, your turn.
Yes, sir. Where are we? Conspiracy theory time. We're speaking of Kwame and Chelsea. One thing I noticed, and I think people on Love Is Blind community, I guess we could call them, was Kwame speaking to his mother on the phone, and it really is starting to feel like Kwame does not want nothing to do with Chelsea. He's using the freaking cute dog as a scapegoat, saying, "Hey, your dog. We're gonna travel. We can't even take your dog. Who's gonna watch your dog?"
Another one.
So
unrealistic.
So real quick on the theory there, you think he was talking to his mom, and what do you think about the whole kind of using the dog?
I'm going to go first. I talked to Dan about this. I think, and this is just truly me, I think he must have asked the show, hey, dude, like out of respect, like it sounds like the mom was telling him some pretty aggressive things.
Pissed, yeah.
And I feel like out of respect for him, he's like, hey, I think everybody has one trump card where they can be like, hey, don't use this, don't do this or don't do that. And I feel like he used it with his mom's phone call because you can tell the level of, I mean, we've all kind of let our parents down one way or another once, and you can tell that on the look on your face, you're like, damn, okay, I messed up. You can tell by his face that he was down in the dumps, especially because he comes out and he's kind of like he had that awkward smile. So I think he was on the phone, and I think it was just so disheartening everything that she was telling him that he just asked the show to please not use it because I saw his face, man. That looked rough. So, and then obviously they bring him back. Well, and the thing that Chelsea asked him, "Are you okay marrying me without without your mom's approval?" And you can tell he goes back to that weird face where he's just like awkward and doesn't know what to say. So, I think he was. I think he really was on the phone.
Dan.
Yeah, I think Fran has a good point. Unless he's pulling the ultimate heel move and making her believe this conversation happened just to make an easier escape and throw his own mother under the bus. Kind of messed up, but it is what it is. The other thing, like is going to attack another group of people. I can't stand the whole dog parent thing. That to me is so annoying. It's not real. Like, don't get me wrong.
All right.
I like dogs. I'll pet them. I'll do this. I'll play.
Big, let's go.
I wasn't even. Oh, whatever.
I'll just say this. It just you know what the consequences of going on these shows are, man. Like,
yeah,
if yes, like you said, maybe he called and let the producers know, hey, like don't share that. But at the same time, like it was like the whole thing with SAG when he was talking about like, well, most women end up breaking up with me once they figure out that my backstory. It's like, bro, like you went on Love Is Blind. Like, what do you think was gonna happen? Like, and so whatever happened there between Kwame and his mom, like they should have broadcast because you have full access to these people because they signed a contract there. So whatever happened there, I mean, who knows? And Fernando has probably the best theory there, but
is Zach's backstory that his mom was a stripper? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
You're laughing
yeah.
at that, and then like she had to work. Yeah, it was insane, dude.
Then he kept joking that, "Oh, I'm a stripper." Like, okay, that was weird.
Yeah. He's a weird guy. Like I thought he got a bad rap, but it is what it is. Like, but now if he's single, his DMs are flooded. Half of these people, their DMs are flooded. I'm sure.
Go ahead, Fernando.
Way to correct it.
Oh, I thought it was you still.
Yeah. If not, I'll go. I think Chelsea, honestly, seems like such a great human being. I feel so bad for her because it's like I think he's just leading her on, but it is what it is.
Do you think she's a good human being?
Bro, what more do you want? She wants to have 6 kids. She wants to be a mother. She is like
kids?
Okay. See, it's just a different philosophy at that point.
She's a good person, but my one knock on her, she is a little desperate. I think she's maybe a little older, and she's really forcing a husband.
But bro,
that's like the last part of her puzzle, and she's
Yeah.
getting too desperate at times because she knows Kwame likes Micah, and you're still gonna be
Yeah.
number 2 to him.
You know,
to her.
I actually have.
That's the only thing I don't like about her. But it's like, bro, you heard it. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
I actually have video of
okay, I
Paul's
guess
mom.
that's-
I have
no.
video of Paul's mom introducing herself to other people. This is how she.
Oh
introduced
yeah,
herself.
she is a stripper. I forgot. Yeah.
Paul's mom.
A prostitute.
No, it's Zach's mom.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, it was Paul. You're so dumb.
Oh,
No, it was Paul's mom that met Micah. I get this. For some reason, Zach is like the ugly version of Paul, but they both look the same.
Wait, I'll tell you one
Yeah.
thing before what Dan
I was
saying
gonna
about
say,
Chelsea.
how do you get the names wrong? You guys have been watching this since day one, and
Well,
I'm like
they
over
look
here
alike.
like.
bro, like I don't like.
No,
Let me be honest. I don't watch this religiously. Like, it's more like white noise to relax at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
it's just kind of something stupid
yeah,
to have
like,
on. But
they
you know what's
blend in.
interesting? Chelsea's. I mean, to me, I feel like Chelsea is sincere because if you look, her dad was a good like. Her dad seemed like a good guy. Her dad was so like you thought, oh, maybe her dad's gonna, and her dad's like, yeah, I'm so happy for you guys. Like, I hope you guys find exactly what you want. And I feel like that kind of has to rub off on the dog. I mean, I know people that are complete scumbags and their parents are awesome. So
yeah,
you have you could have the invert as well, but it just seems like she like her dad was genuine and she must be genuine as well in a sense.
And I
By
feel
the way,
bad for her. Okay.
I was gonna say Kwame. He will rather be at his basement playing Xbox and hanging out with Chelsea. Like, he kept bringing up the Xbox every chance he got. Like, oh, I miss playing on my Xbox. I miss playing Xbox. So it was weird.
He's like the one from Chicago who was randomly out at 2 or 3 in the morning at bars when he was engaged to this chick from.
He was married to her.
Or whatever. No, it was before. I'm talking about when the show was still going on. I was gonna say just real quick, the last thing on Chelsea, like. I genuinely, and Frau as my witness, felt bad when she was like telling Kwame essentially, I don't want to be an older parent. Like, that's going to be really hard for me, this, that, and that, So I felt that like 100%. That's why, I think she's one of the more positive characters in the whole show. The only thing I wish she would be a little more assertive and not play second fiddle to the other.
Table, damn it. All right. Let's talk about the love triangle that formed in the last few episodes between Jackie, Marshall, and that peanut head guy, the jackass in the jacket who was drunk and like
or something.
And I don't know what Dan noticed. He had cauliflower ears, so Dan's like,
"Oh yeah, I saw that."
Like, and so Dan's like, maybe that's why Marshall didn't try anything when he's all drunk. Yeah. By the way, as a sober person, and for people who don't know this, yes, I don't drink alcohol at all. Dan drinks it all for me.
Exactly.
Having the drunk person in your ear. Breathe like with their breath and everything, telling you all kinds of dumb stuff. You're just like, dude, get away from me. And like, I was just surprised that Marshall was able to keep his cool, but I think I know why. I think that dude must know how to fight. And he's like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try.
Dude, that was so hilarious. His reaction after that.
Now I'm gonna ask
he's talking to the camera.
Now I'm gonna ask you guys some questions about them. Vic, does Jackie cry too much?
Yes, I mean, and oh my god, poor Marshall, man. Like, I don't think he signed up for this. I feel bad for him because
100%.
every time it seemed like, and she keeps going back to her whole thing about missing home and how she is, and I get it. Like, hey, as you know, as a Latino who has a strong connection with your family, I get that. But at the same time, you're on a show, and I get it. They're giving you alcohol, and all these emotions are gonna come out of you, but. I was like, man, poor Marshall's over here. Like, there was that one scene, I don't know what episode it was, where she has her first breakdown with them together when they're together, right? And then she's like, put this away. And I was like, what the hell? Like, you just mad. Like, how are you telling him what to do? And I knew from there, I was like,
quick question for Gilbert. What's the deal with her family? Like, are they like, do they live somewhere else, or she doesn't want to see them, or has that not been brought up?
The weird thing, like, they haven't made an appearance yet. Like, Marshall's family came through, the sister and the husband.
They were nice.
They were eating pizza and stuff like that, and she's always flipping out. And like Victor said, we get it. Like, sometimes it's tough getting your Latino family. It's probably first generation. Like, what the heck are you doing? What pendejadas are you doing over there, Jacqueline? I could definitely see that.
She said in Mexico she supports her family. She's the one that is kind of the one that is the leader of her family, but that she gets exhausted doing it, and that's why she can't hold down a relationship. I remember that. But I didn't know if like there was anything darker or something with her family.
Like I know we're looking for that, but I was buying that excuse. Everyone, okay, cool. It's it's tough. She has a lot of responsibilities.
Batshit crazy then.
Probably. No, I can't even say this word, but she wants a bad guy. She likes the bad dudes, and she's giving Marshall a chance because you know what? Maybe this is good for me, and she hates it. And every time
she should have gone with Josh if that was the case.
That's his name.
That's his name.
Oh, there you go.
I said Jake.
I didn't know his name.
The only thing she said about her.
Though.
So she don't want Batman. She wants the Joker. That's interesting.
The only thing she said about her family, I thought, was that they didn't support her going on the show. Which
now at
the end result, I totally support their decision because my God.
No, I'm not going to ask you two this question because you guys have already both brought it up that she does. So we're going to go to the next question because we know your opinion.
Matters. Make a diss track, dude.
And Gilbert, I'm going to start off with you. Jackie has told Marshall before that he's not man enough. When we say he's not man enough, she said in the show that he doesn't initiate sex, that he doesn't. That he does after dark. So that he doesn't. Let me bring on JC and Eddie also. So obviously, she said that he doesn't do that he's not aggressive enough, that he wants her to be aggressive. Marshall even said she wants me to slap, she wants me to slap her and stuff like that, and he's just not into that. So Gilbert, is she too toxic for him?
Oh yeah, dude. She okay. I get it. Marshall is not an aggressive type, so it comes off kind of phony. But when she said, "I want somebody to be aggressive, I want somebody to like put me in my place," and he finally does it, like, "Oh no, you're not going anywhere." And she's like, "What did you say?" And she's like, "You don't talk to me that way." And he just backs down quickly because he's not that guy. So nothing works, and I feel bad for the dude. And Fernando, maybe you could set it up right here with the video. But Marshall has kind of a dark side himself, and I can't wait till he unleashes it like legit on Jackie. But to set up the triangle there, I don't like Josh Peanut.
I hate him
because of what you said, Fernando. The whole drunken thing. You're trying to be boys, man. You talk to me like that, all drunk, and then go and talk to my lady after. But set it up, Fernando.
Yeah, here we go. This is a video of Marshall during when they're still in the pods.
LMFAO, this is hilarious.
If it ain't Jackie, then they packing their bags and they leave. You need some help? Bellboy, I'll take your shit downstairs.
Okay, Stig. Pack your shit and go.
I'm in utter shock. I am disgusted. Which one of these fools is in here?
So mad.
There's Josh.
Oh! Stop playing.
He's probably staring at the wrong side of the ear. That's the good one.
Yeah, exactly. When he found out.
So basically, right there is Jackie had found out that some of the stuff that Marshall was saying,
Jackie told him. Remember that
Josh told Jackie exactly.
Yeah, but Jackie related to him.
Yeah, and then Jackie told Marshall, and Marshall's like, "Well, who the hell is doing this? Like, who's the traitor?"
That's a toxic trait, by the way.
I'll give Josh credit. He did come up to him and told him, "I'm the one that's doing that shit." So it was pretty interesting.
He was like, "All right, let's go," and then Marshall was like, "All right."
Carlton was like,
so basically, if you guys couldn't hear what Marshall said, is so basically, Josh told Jackie, "If it's not you, I'm gonna leave." And he's like, "Good, leave. I'll help you pack your bags and I'll put them downstairs for you."
I'm the bellboy.
So that was pretty funny. But he's like, "I'll be the bellboy." But yeah, they're just and Dan, I'll let you go next. Is she too toxic?
Yeah, obviously, dude. This is like, again, these people have to be a caricature of themselves because this cannot be real. Like, it's absolutely, you know what? And I had such a good thought, but it took so long to get me on. Now I completely forgot. But it's just crazy to me. Like, how, like, there's no way this is how people actually act. Oh, now I remember. Thank you for reminding myself. Anyway, I'm a genius. When she was talking about supposedly getting people to slap her or this or that, like, just spoiler alert, if you have kids in the room, like, this is not the time. But I'm a good old Catholic boy, so for all my friends around me who were
stop playing with us. That's all I gotta say, man. Don't let these tears fool you. There's all dog around this mug. I'm good.
they would tell me some of these stories, and I'm like, how do you like to get physically assaulted during this time? Like, that makes no sense to me. I'm like, someone comes for my throat? Yeah, right. Get out of here. Someone tries to smack me, defensive move. Like, oh, like that,
All right.
that is
So,
weird.
all right, let's move on now. Gilbert, you have.
mine.
Oh, by the way, Gilbert, tell us who you think Marshall looks like.
Marshall looks like Anthony Mackie. Victor, you will appreciate that one. He is the loser brother of the guy who plays the Falcon Machine in
What a
Marvel movies.
Falcon Machine?
He's Clarence from 8 Mile. Come on.
That too. He's in a bunch of movies.
What a scumbag.
Falcon Machine,
Right.
Civil
Gilbert,
War,
give us-
whatever.
Give us the next one.
But yes, let's get now to Zach's situation with Bliss. You already covered Irena, so we don't need to get into Scarface that much. But the way the first part of the season 4 and the end, there was Zach going to get Bliss, and with his eyes like this, staring over, and from the get go, I noticed Bliss. I think we've all been here, fellas. You do something bad.
Oh, Bliss is a baddie too, by the way.
Oh, she's the second cutest
Yeah,
one.
she's cute.
Yeah.
But we all been in a situation, right? You get in trouble with the lady. You got to make sure she's happy. So you kind of like put up with some. You argue for a little bit, but in the back of the mind, like the next time you guys hang out, like you're good. And that's what Zach was doing with Bliss. And Bliss like, nah, you picked Irena, but you could tell
you work for it.
So you could tell she was interested. So obviously they end up kind of being a sort of a good couple with each other. But the whole part of being a number 2 is always going to be in the back of her head. And that's where you messed up, because they're both weird for each other. And they're actually kind of perfect for each other. But I guess the question, you guys could go into the breakdown this couple here. But the one thing that stood out to me was Zach's disgusting dinner that he cooked for Bliss. And she loved it. And she ate it. And that's when you knew that they were meant for each other. Like, they zoomed in on the nasty, like, frostbite chicken that he had.
No, that wasn't the frostbite chicken.
What was that?
No, he was gonna make steaks.
Yeah.
So there's this thing where you marinate the steak and then you put it in hot. Like, people like to put it in hot water so that it kind of cooks, and then you throw it on the grill or on the stove for like 4 minutes, and then you flip it 4 minutes.
He was trying to be quick about it.
But what happened is the bag had a hole. The bag had a hole, so the water got into the bag. So that's what happened.
Okay, that's why they were zooming in for like 30 seconds.
It was just shrimp and vegetables that they had for dinner, which be bullshit. I would have had something else for dinner. What the? Just little bitty pieces of shrimp. They look burnt, by the way. So I wouldn't have been too happy with that.
Like Gouda cheese on everything. It was weird.
Yeah, it was a weird dinner that they had. But yeah, you're right. But hey, he went with the let me cook you dinner first, and then he did let me take you out on a boat and all this other stuff. So
yeah, he put out the big guns for her. Like he showed out the
but
lawyer money, and then he proposed. So.
I'm gonna go first, I guess. But you're right. They are kind of right for each other. And then obviously you kind of wanted him to get something, especially after what happened with the other chick. So definitely, I think that this is a better couple. The only thing is, it looks like she might bring the heavy guns in the next few episodes, because she starts telling him like, hey, like, don't forget, like, you chose me second. The only thing that I thought was way too easy is like, they're on the boat and he's like, oh, I can't wait to kiss your lips. She's like, I'm gonna make you work for it. Really? Well, no. And then she ends up kissing him. I'm like, okay, congratulations.
He likes it.
Yeah.
She's the one who made cupcakes for him. Remember that? And then freaking Irena made fun of her.
Oh yeah, and she loves it. You can tell she really does. She's all about him. So it just they're a weird couple, but I think they do kind of belong together. So that'll be interesting. Dan
I'll go. For them, outside of Brett and what was her name? Brett and Tiffany. They were the couple that made the most sense. Like they had like a real connection, like in that first episode where they were both crying and they kind of went into their soul. And I for the life of me, to this day, like I said, I think it was like their producers got in his head or something and told us. Like, I know we're the ones watching on the outside and we don't know what's going on in during production, but like you could tell they had such a connection. And I'm just like, like you said, she cooked the cupcakes, and Irena didn't even forgot his birthday, and then like everything that she would say, it was for her to make sure that she moved on to Mexico.
We
and
will know we will know for season 5. Eddie and JC will be on season 5 of Love Is Blind, and we'll have an inside scoop from them about what
Exactly.
happens in it.
Then we're gonna throw like the Royal Rumble, number 31 or whatever the last number is gonna pop up, and then there's Frown gonna join them.
I'm good. I don't need to be on that show.
That'd be nice.
Frown's gonna join them.
Fernando making
By the way-
cupcakes with somebody.
No.
By the way, I know we're reviewing 1 through 8, but I thought the one that kind of got left out that I thought was interesting. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was Amber, the flight attendant.
Yeah, the flight
Yeah.
attendant.
Oh yeah, she was
Oh, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, she was interesting. I was kind of surprised that they didn't
He
pick
was an
her.
idiot again. He could have had free flights for life, and he
Yeah.
chooses. The
She was
idiot
with
idiot friend.
Paul, right? Is that the one?
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, wasn't it funny how Chelsea and Kwame got to his place and he had like lotion all over the place and he had like towels and
There
all
was a
this-
mess.
Yeah,
There was
no,
a mess.
yeah, but like she's like, what were you
Was he the mess?
doing before you came on the show?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. I can't say what they had, but they had something in common in the drawer too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And then real quick,
Oh.
because you reminded me, I think Victor Fernando, what's up with the pink with Chelsea? That was disgusting to see her house in a hot pink.
Bro,
She's a weirdo. Sorry,
it's
Dan, but no.
place. What do you want?
You can have.
All
You can
right.
live in a hot pink house the whole time.
It's her place. It is what it is. She likes pink.
Okay, last question. The perfect couple searching for an argument. Tiffany asks Brett how much he makes, and she said, "What is the most you've spent on something interesting?" And he's like, "Oh, my suitcase." Well, how much? $1,200.
Unbelievable.
He almost has like she almost has a heart attack listening to that. But that's literally the only thing that they fought about. Is that, I mean,
It wasn't even a fight. It was just like a ha ha ha.
well, yeah, but Vic, you're the closest one to that out of all of us. So is that really not that wasn't anything? Huh?
Well, I'll kind of give you guys a little insight into my relationship with Megan. Like we didn't fight for like the first year, and that was kind of something that we kind of talked about because it was something that I was like, okay, eventually we're gonna have a fight, right? And we did, and that's part of it. Like you need to be able to have a conversation where you don't agree with something, or you have an argument about something, and it makes for a better relationship. And but talking about a bag there, I mean, you can tell that Kwame, he's gonna be real chill. Like you could tell right from the beginning he was a chill guy, and he was trying. He either one weren't gonna talk about or put each other in a bad situation. So if they did,
the other thing is too, you could tell like he's like, oh, I mean, the only thing we can split 50-50 is the mortgage. Other than that,
Yeah.
like I can pay for most of it, and we can do this, and we can do. I was like, well, it's still these that's right now, but when shit goes tough, it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, yeah, they're a boring couple, but it's interesting to watch how their dynamic. I mean, how everything's kind of falling into place for them. And remember, Gilbert, they're also older, like 35 and 36.
Yeah.
Like they're an older couple, so they're kind of like, hey,
They're
like
ready to.
they're like
ready
John
to settle
Cena.
down.
My time might be up, so I need to hurry up and get this done.
There it
So
No, his time is definitely up, Hilberto.
Hey,
It's
real,
fine.
real quick,
Anyway,
I
we
can't
got-
even. I was trying to find something to nitpick with this couple, and I was gonna say I don't like how she's really like fishing to see how much he makes and what is he spending on. But then I'm like, they're engaged, like they're about to be
bro.
married. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
they're perfect. The only thing she did wrong, which was kind of funny at first, she fell asleep on him in the pod.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
And then
that was
ever
kind of
since that, like
I
that's how,
forgot about
that's how
that.
great Brett is. That Brett overcame that. He's such a chill guy, understanding
Yeah.
dude, helping out Marshall.
All right,
like,
I'll
he's
be
a perfect
honest.
guy.
I'll be honest. That would probably be me in the like. If I'm having a boring
No.
conversation,
The difference is they would hear you asleep. They didn't hear Tiffany asleep. But anyway, of course you gotta ask those things though. You
Yeah,
remember in season?
Yeah, so obviously,
Like, what happened?
Now I'm gonna sound like a super fan. You remember in season 1, bro, when Amber and
Super
Barnett
fan.
got together? She had like 12 grand in debt, and he was about to
no,
marry
what
her.
12
yeah.
grand? No, she had 25.
Wow.
25?
Yeah, I remember they had to give up his place to
Yeah, they
pay
had
off
to
for
sell the
debt.
house. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
That
saying.
was terrible.
I mean, obviously
All right.
the crowd helped them out. Now they're like chilling, but
So we'll do our this has been the review of Love is Blind. Thank you guys for tuning in. Obviously, like we said, something different, trying something new. We will be reviewing the next few episodes of Love is Blind after they come out. We'll discuss it. We'll see what happens with the next few episodes. But and this is where it gets kind of interesting because they start wedding shopping or wedding dress shopping and meeting the families and all that stuff. So that's when the real toxic and toxicas come out. So it'll be very interesting. But yeah, don't forget to check out everything else. Compas on the Beat related, Compas on the Beat regular episode. We talked a little bit about Gilbert and I. Guys, this is what we like to do with Compas on the Beat. We like to bring you guys different dynamics, different things that we did. And Gilbert and I got to cover WWE. It's the first time that we've ever done anything like this. So we discuss it. We give you guys the ins and outs of how it was, how different it is from the NFL or any other sport that Gilbert and I have covered. So please check that out. And then we get into the NFL. We discuss, is Trey Lance the starting quarterback as of right now? There's rumors that the 49ers may be trying to pull Aaron Rodgers away out of Green Bay. That'll be something interesting to monitor. But as of right now, huh?
I said, could you imagine?
Yeah, there's rumors. But as of right now, is Trey Lance a starting quarterback, or can Sam Darnold creep in there and maybe take the starting position? Don't forget to check out What's Up Bolts, House of Horns. New episode of Compas FC will be dropping. Real Madrid destroyed Barcelona when it counted, so the guys will be discussing that. Again, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for checking out the Love is Blind review with your compas. We will be back, but for the time being, ¿sabes qué, Gilberto? Vámonos.
Nos vamos, pues, vámonos.